Boiled eggs. So today you're going to be making boiled eggs as your first cooking class. And to do so, the first thing you want to do is you want to get a pot of water and you want to bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, you can turn it down slightly just so it's simmering, but you want to make sure it comes to a rolling boil before you start to use it. The next thing you need is 3 eggs because you're going to be making a soft, a medium, and a hard-boiled egg. If your eggs are coming out of the fridge and they are very, very cold and you put them in this boiling water, they're going to crack immediately. So if that's the case, what you want to do is you just want to put them in a little bit of room temperature water to bring them back to room temperature so they don't crack when you put them in the water. Now you want the water boiling so that you can set the temperature at a certain, like 100 degrees Celsius, so that you can time it to cook your eggs at 12 minutes roughly for a hard-boiled egg, 8 minutes for medium, and then 6 minutes for a soft-boiled egg. So I'm going to show you how we go about and do that. Going to grab one egg out. You're going to put all 3 eggs in at the same time into the boiling water. Make sure you get a pasta scoop or a spoon that's large. Let it go all the way to the bottom of the pot and then release it. Don't let it drop from up here or it will fall down and crack and release all the egg whites. So now that all the eggs are in there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to set a timer for 12 minutes and then I'm going to let it count backwards. So if my first egg's coming out at 6, so the timer will stop at 6. Then when I'm going to take my next egg out, my medium will be at 8 minutes later, so the timer should be at 4 minutes, and then when it says 0, I know that I've got all 12. Next, I'm going to take this warm room temperature water, I'm going to change it for some cool water so that I can place the eggs in it after they come out of the boiling water, so it's easy for me to remove the shell. I've just changed the water to cold water and I'm now at 7 minutes remaining. So in another minute, I'm going to be able to remove the first egg. So again, you want to make sure this water is cold so that it cools down the egg and you're able to check it quite easily. So it's now 6 minutes. So you can take any one of these eggs out, place it in the cool water for just a few minutes to cool down as we wait for the next egg to come out. Just waiting for the last minute on the next egg, and this has had a few minutes to cool down. Now that it's cooled down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to crack it and remove the shell. 4 minutes remain, so my medium egg should be done. So as I have described in the recipe, a soft one first, so I'll do the soft one here, should have a fully cooked egg white, and then what we should see is the yolk has not been cooked. Just removing all of the shell here. So when I go and check, I'm going to take a knife, I'm going to cut open the egg, flip it over, and you can see the whole egg white is fully cooked and the center part is runny. So this is a perfect perfect easy egg. Easy boiled egg, not hard boiled, but easy boiled. So you can see here it's nice and runny. The last egg's almost ready. This has had 2 minutes to cool down. I'm gonna go ahead and crack the shell and remove it of my medium. So I have soft boiled, medium boiled, and hard boiled. This will be our medium boiled egg. So for this egg, what we should see when we cut it open, we should see that the yolk is no longer quite really runny, but not really solid either. So this one you can cut right through the center, like so. And you can see here, is kind of a bit gooey, okay? I mean, if I really hold it and lift it, it's not really running, but a little bit runny. You can see this yolk here. That's what an over medium or medium boiled egg should look like, just slightly gooey in the center. Whereas the hard boiled egg that we're gonna do next, which is coming out here, it will be completely dry, very bright yellow, not dark like this one, and crumbly. Remove the last egg. After the 12 minutes, I've allowed it to cool down inside the water, and now I'm going to crack the hard-boiled egg. You can rinse it in the water if you want to, if the shells are on there. Okay, so we're gonna cut this in half. So you can see here, I could have maybe cooked this just slightly longer, but it is completely dry. It's really light in color, okay, in comparison to the one before it. It's darker. You see there's a little dark line through the center, so it could have cooked maybe for 30 seconds more, just to make sure that it's all crumbly. You know that a hard-boiled egg is overcooked when, if you look on the back side of it, if it's ever gray, it's overcooked. But you can see this, how it crumbles and it's really light. That means that it's a perfect hard-boiled egg. It's no gray, light and crumbly.